All right, guys, I finally caved in. We are going to do a video on the 10 best rides in Disney World. After so many people said, hey, you guys should do a top 10 best rides in Disney World video. And I'm like, I don't really want to do a top 10 best rides in Disney World video. And everyone's like, no, you should do it. And I'm like, I don't really want to do it because everybody else does it. And yet here we are, top 10 rides in Disney World. Let's unlock Disney. All right, so here we are, top 10 rides in Disney World. And it's kind of a tricky list to put together because everybody has a different idea of what might be the best ride. Some people might think it's whatever the best thrill is, whatever the best theme is. And then you obviously, with Disney World, you have the nostalgia. So that always plays a big part in it. Let's jump into it. Obviously, I would love to hear your comments because I know full well people are going to say, hey, my ride's not in your top 10. What's up with that? Again, this is my top 10 and I'm going to share it. But real fast, before we jump in, if you could just hit like, subscribe to the channel, we'll keep you notified, and it would make me so happy. It helps out the channel so much. All right, now we're jumping in. Let's do a few shout out rides. There are a few rides that didn't make the top 10 list, rides like Soarin', which, I mean, Soarin's amazing. Didn't make my top 10, but it's amazing. Now, if they would have kept it Soarin' over California, it may have made my top 10. When they switched it to like Around the World, it didn't get me like the other one did. There's another ride I'm going to bring up that didn't make our top 10, but last year we did kind of like a March Madness thing, but with all different rides in Disney World. And we did it through all kinds of social media, ended up with like 25,000 votes. And the winner of that was Haunted Mansion. That kind of, I mean, I'm giving it an honorable mention just because, I mean, 25,000 votes can't be wrong, but it doesn't make my top 10. Then you have a couple rides like Star Tours and Smuggler's Run. Honestly, Smuggler's Run was okay. I just thought it was a juiced up Star Tours. Honestly, the line of Smuggler's Run is better than the actual ride to me. To be able to walk in the Millennium Falcon is dope, but the ride itself doesn't make my top 10. And then you have your classics like Splash Mountain, Peter Pan, and obviously A Small World. Those are all like those classic ones. And then my last honorable mention is Dinosaur. Dinosaur is the most underrated ride in Disney World. I kid you not, it is by far the most underrated ride. It's great. Go on it. All right, and now our top 10 rides in Disney World. Number 10, Toy Story Mania. All right, so Toy Story Mania is an awesome ride. It's like old school carnival ride, but obviously with today technology, so much fun and definitely making my top 10 list. Coming in at number 9, it's been around forever, but it's such a classic, Space Mountain. Space Mountain is still one of my favorite roller coasters. It's not the fastest, it's not the craziest, but it is a top 10er. Top 10er? Is that even a word? Number 8, we have Tower of Terror. Tower of Terror, another classic ride. I feel the Twilight Zone theming puts it over the top, makes it so much fun. There was talk of switching it over to Guardians of the Galaxy like they did out in Disneyland, and I'm so thankful that they just kept it the way it is, because the way it is perfect. Coming in at number 7 is Aerosmith's Rock and Roller Coaster. Love the Rock and Roller Coaster. Another ride that there was rumors about re-theming it with a different band and stuff. Like, just stop. Aerosmith is classic. Steven Tyler is going to be doing concerts up until he's like 120 and still rocking it. So Aerosmith, great ride. All right, coming in at number 6 for top 10 rides in Disney World. A ride that a lot of people put in their top 3. I like it. It's not top 3 material, but I'll give it number 6. Pandora's Flight of Passage. Avatar, amazing concept of a movie. Pandora is one of the most beautiful lands in all of Disney World. The ride, kind of like Soarin', but juiced up a little bit. Not top 3 for me, but we'll slide it right there at top 6. Number 5, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad. All right, so part of me doesn't want to put this in a top 10 because I missed the movie ride so much. The Great Movie Ride was a favorite of mine. So I kind of went into this ride being like, man, I missed my ride, man. It's my favorite ride. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad is phenomenal. It's so much fun, like crazy fun. I love it. Number 4, we have the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. This ride is great. It's like a mixture of a dark ride mixed in with a roller coaster. And if you remember the old Snow White ride, the old dark ride, they actually, I'm not even going to tell you. There's some surprises on the ride that are great if you haven't been on it. But it's an amazing ride. It really brings everything that's Disney together. Well worth it. But if you want to get on this ride, you better do it first thing in the morning at rope drop because it's a long wait. Even on slower parts of the year, it's a pretty long wait. It's top 3 time. Number 3, Pirates of the Caribbean. It is great. It is the one ride that once I get on it, I'm like, I'm in Disney World. I'm home. That's really all I have to say about it. It's an experience. It's a classic. They throw some Johnny Depp, Jack Sparrow cameos throughout the ride, and it makes it great. Number 2, and I'll probably get some flack for this because maybe people don't put it as high as I do, but Everest, number 2. Everest is fun. It's a roller coaster. It has great theme. I was lucky enough to be one of the people that got to ride it in the first few months. It was open back when the Yeti used to swing down and swipe at you, and you literally would wet your pants because it freaked you out. Now it's more like the strobe light Yeti. Still cool though. Number 2, and I'm keeping it number 2. You can complain in the comments, and I'll listen, but I will disagree. All right, moving on to number 1 in top 10 rides in Disney World. Drum roll, please. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was bongos and not drums. All right, anyway, number 1, Rise of the Resistance. I don't even know what to say. If you are saying it's not the best ride in Disney World, I'm pretty much going to say then you have not been on this ride because it's dope. It is by far the best ride I've ever been on of any park. It's an experience. It's a ride. It goes on forever. I swear to you, the first time I went on it, I was about a third of the way through, and if they ended the ride there, I would have been like, that was a great ride. And it kept going. It's a trap. Sorry, I had to say that because it's Admiral Akbar, The only part of this ride that's not great is trying to get on it because it's a virtual queue. You can't wait in line. The virtual queue opens up at 7 o'clock, and by like 7 and 5 seconds, it's all filled up for the day. Other than that, oh my gosh. Like I said, I don't know what to say. Rise of the Resistance is the most amazing ride. Do whatever you can to get on that ride. Even if you don't like Star Wars or know nothing about Star Wars, it is an amazing, amazing ride and so worth it. So worth it. So worth the number 1 spot on the top 10 rides in Disney World. And that's my list. So, like I said, I was hesitant to do a top 10 list because so many people do it. But you know what? Who cares? This is my top 10 list. Please comment. I'd love to talk about what your favorite ride is. And you can tell me where my list looks stupid to you. I'm good with it. All right, guys. Subscribe and smash that like button. All right. See you later.